housing is mainly used when connecting shelves to, for example, a bookcase or a cupboard. Where the shelf inserts into the side of the bookcase. The shelf slots into the side, providing plenty of support for heavy weights on the shelf. The joint itself can either be used as a design feature, or a face frame can be put in front of the whole piece to hide what's going on. Both the side and the intersecting piece have been planed true and square, and the end of the intersecting piece has been shot square. So these two pieces will go together like so. In most cases we'll want the shelf to be at right angles to the face of the side, and therefore we use a tri-square for marking out. Place the component where we want the joint, move the square up and mark a line. Then place the component tight against the square and make a mark on the opposite side. Flip the square over and mark for the other side of the joint. This ensures that the vertical side of the knife line is on the outside of the joint. To prepare for sawing, we make a little V by using a chisel, either paring towards the knife line and removing the chips, or by drawing the chisel across the work and cutting the V up to the knife line. This produces a strong wall against which to rest the saw when cutting. Then we gauge for the depth of the housing, which should be no more than 1/3 the width of the side. Then we saw down to the depth mark. And we break out most of the waste material using a chisel, just watching out for the grain so we don't go too deep. Remember to back up the work with something so you don't get any breakout. When we get very close to the gauge line, we can drop a chisel in and just start a cut to prevent breakout later on. Continue to waste. Close to depth with a chisel. Then as we get close to full depth, we can use a router plane to make the bottom of the groove nice and flat. If you have a plough shaped blade for your router plane, that would be ideal here. Otherwise, just try skewing the plane as you cut. Check along the side walls to make sure they're clean, and if there's any roughness still there, I like to use a mortising chisel on its side. That registers it at 90 degrees, and just have a bit of a clean up. The finished cut should look nice and clean. You shouldn't have, or you mustn't have, any high points along the bottom of the groove, otherwise you won't match the depth lines at the side. And the proof is in the fitting, and I think that's pretty good. The through housing, give it a go.